Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So, I see a lot of Browns fans are mad that we parted ways with John Dorsey, bro. They just didn't see eye to eye about the future, and stuff like that happens, bro. People are acting like it's the worst decision we made. People are clowning this as well. You know, people on the outside looking in are clowning this. And I just think that it's not that bad of a move, bro. And I honestly think we potentially dodged the bullet, bro. When you think of John Dorsey as the Browns general manager, bro, what has he really done for us, bro? The first thing and the only thing you can say is he brought us talent. But when you actually sit down and analyze what he brought to us, bro, he did not bring us as much talent as people tried to make it seem, bro. Let's start with his draft classes, bro. He brought us Baker Mayfield. He brought us Denzel Ward. They both had 2 good rookie years, but they regressed in their second year. Baker Mayfield, people are already talking about if he should be replaced, if he's our guy, etc. Nick Chubb, stud. I have nothing to say about him. Chad Thomas and Damian Radley, they're okay. You can get away with calling them trash easily, bruh. But everybody else that I didn't name is no longer on the team for whatever reasons, bruh. And if that was not enough for you, bruh, I got something better. The 2019 draft. Looking at this draft class, you can honestly say that the only good guy out of this draft class is Mack Wilson, bruh. Greedy Williams did not have a good rookie year, and I can tell you why in the comment section, bruh. Sheldrick Redwan was hot shit. Sion Talataki was playing special teams. He started getting in the rotation. I think he still has a future here. Drew Forbes, I don't know where the man was at, but he definitely wasn't helping on that line. And Donnie Lewis Jr., he was on the practice squad all year, bruh. Now, you want to talk about the, free agency and trades, you got to look at it like this. He brought us Jarvis Landry. He brought us Odell Beckham Jr. He brought us Kareem Hunt. And he brought us Carlos Hyde. Don't forget about that. But Carlos Hyde got the boot after he drafted Nick Chubb last year. And he had Duke Johnson on the roster. You feel me? That man constantly kept crowding the backfield. And he was not boogieing with Duke Johnson, bro. I don't care what he say. He wasn't feeling Duke Johnson. Because if he was, you wouldn't have brought in Kareem Hunt, bro. And I was going to save it to the end, but I am going to save it to the end. You feel me? Then you look at the rest of the guys. He got Sheldon Richardson, Oliver Vernon. Those guys are supposed to be a key piece to our success. They were not that good this year. They did not have the impact we thought they were going to have. Demarius Randall, he had a good first year. His second year, he's been getting exposed. Terrence Mitchell, that man had a good first year. The second year, for some reason, he's not even seeing the field, bro. And everybody else I didn't name is just, average role players, bro. And there's some linemen, they were average too, I didn't even put on here. But on top of that, you got to look at it like this. John Dorsey is the same guy that hired Freddie Kitchens as the head coach, knowing he was not fit for the job. That man was set up to fail. He had no business being the head coach, bro. And then the only reason why he signed him is because Baker Mayfield liked him, bro. Like, he's giving him LeBron James treatment, bro. He a rookie. He don't get what he want around here. You picked the right guy. If you was going to promote from within, Greg Williams was the right guy. But they said that he was too tough on players, bro. Foolishness, you feel me? Then on top of that, you got to think about it like this. There were things going on behind the scenes. Looking at Rashard Higgins, that situation is BS, bro. They're playing some guy named Cordell Hodges over him. Damian Radley's getting tick over him. Both of those guys, I don't care what you say. I can go to every practice, and I will tell the coaches they not better than Rashard Higgins, bro. They're purposely not giving him tick. And then when Antonio Callaway was here, Antonio Callaway was seeing time over Rashard Higgins, even when he came back from suspension because John Dorsey wanted to see his guy, bruh. That's some selfish shit, and that's straight cancer, bruh. The benching of Demarius Randall playing against the Steelers, knowing that we are trying to make the playoffs, bruh. That man was benched. It's shit going on behind the scenes, bruh. That man was drama as well, bruh. Then on top of that, he mysteriously traded away Jannard Avery, who was actually one of the good players of the 2018 draft, and he had potential, but they claimed he didn't fit the scheme. We lacked pass rushing all year, bro. That man should have been on our team. Same thing with him benching Greg Robinson. That's very controlling. That's not his job. You're not supposed to be benching players, bro. You're supposed to bring in talent and do everything else that comes with general manager. And to cap it off, like I was touching on with the all-season acquisitions, the man was shopping Duke Johnson and eventually traded him because he brought in his guy, Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt, he's a talented guy, but looking at the movie before Duke Johnson was traded, it did not make sense. We already had Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson does a good job. He plays his role. There was no need to bring in Kareem Hunt. And down the road, even though Kareem Hunt had a good year with us, he fit in well, Duke Johnson was the cheaper option and the better option long term, bruh. Kareem Hunt, he's not going to be here too much longer. He's a restricted free agent right now. He might be gone after this year, depending on the general manager and the price that he's being offered to play running back. Everybody knows Kareem Hunt could play #1 running back, bruh. They might offer him that bag, bruh. And even if not this year, another year potentially, he's going to increase his stock and he'll be that #1 guy. People know what's up. You feel me? So that's how I feel about John Dorsey, man. If you really sit down and break down what he does for us, bruh, you will understand why it's not that bad of a move to let him go. Then along with that, I can tell you right now, he was not bringing back Joe Schobert. Joe Schobert was good this year. Yes, he can improve in certain areas, but Joe Schobert has consistently been good for us for 3 seasons now, bruh. And the fact that he's due for a payday, John Dorsey was not feeling that because that's not his guy, and he probably wanted to give somebody else, you know, that money or save the money for somebody else, bruh. And then on top of that, bruh, that man was on the trade market in the offseason. That lets you know how he feels about him, bruh. You feel me? He was secretly on the market, bruh. So that's how I feel. Let me know how you feel about the decision. I hope I helped you change your mind about the decision, but that's how I feel. Like, comment, subscribe. I got some more content coming soon. Check out my other Browns content. Yeah.